Hey everybody, welcome to week 22 of my pregnancy. It was by far a much better week than week 21. Today I'm 23 weeks and 3 days, and I really didn't have many symptoms other than, normal things. A little bit of a backache still, things like that, but nothing really to complain about. I felt pretty well. The worst part of my week by far was my doctor's appointment. It went horribly, and I got into a little bit of an argument with him. So that's the first thing I'm going to talk to you about. I went in. They always have you do a urine sample, weigh you and everything. And when I did the urine sample, I asked her if everything looked okay. She said there was a tiny bit of protein in my urine. She said sometimes there is. It's no big deal. And he seemed to make a really big deal out of it, which is kind of irritating because, if a nurse is a medically trained person and you kind of want them to be able to, talk to you about things, and the fact that I'm just not overly happy with how the interaction between the nurses and doctors are there. But she took my blood pressure. It was a little bit high. It was 138/80. And she had a hard time. I don't know what the issue was, but she was having a hard time with the cuff or the pump or something. So I'm not even entirely sure that was an accurate reading because I've never had a high blood pressure before. That's still not, high, but it's higher than normal. But he was concerned with that. He got on the endocrinologist's kick again. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to the person that you referred me to. I thought she was rude, And I was trying to explain to him, what exactly she did. And he said, well, it just sounds like she was concerned about you. And at this point, I'm just so sick of dealing with this issue. It is not even funny. And I told after he went out, he said, I'm going to try to figure out who we referred you to. And after he went out, the nurse came back. A different nurse came in. And I told her, I said, I just feel at this point this is absolutely ridiculous. And, I told her what my levels were. She goes, I don't see what the big deal is either. She said, you do the glucose test at 28 weeks where, you drink the stuff. And, they test it in an hour. And then if you fail, 3 hours. She goes, I don't really see because I told her, I said, they're going to send me to this. He wants to send me to this endocrinologist. I'm testing at home, which I explained that to him. He didn't seem to care. I don't know. And what irritates me is I tested before I left for the doctor's office. I was at 76. So I don't know what the problem is. But basically the way we left it is the nurse said that if he really pushed the matter, that she'll need to refer me to somebody. If he didn't, to just kind of let it go. He does want to follow up with me in 2 weeks because my blood pressure was a little high and everything else was fine. The baby's heartbeat was fine. He was able to find it with no problem. Other than that, everything was good. But by the time I left that office, I was so upset that I'm just so sick of being, and I told her this, I said, I feel like he wants me to go, and the only thing they're going to tell me is to adjust my diet. And which we have done, by the way. This last week we have been really good. And I feel like, I'm 23 weeks now. If I'm really good with what I eat until 28 weeks, I should be fine for the glucose test. And even if I'm not, even if I end up have gestational diabetes, it's still by me testing my blood every single day, I totally agree that I'm considered, pre-diabetic, but I'm not having diabetic problems other than what the pregnancy will bring on. I was just highly irritated with that. On a different subject, we went shopping for the baby, bought a few things. I had a couple coupons that were going to expire for Babies R Us. So we went and we bought the mobile and some sheets for the crib. I also did have to go and buy maternity clothes. It's funny because my last video I made Tuesday before the doctor's appointment, before I had gotten ready for the doctor's appointment. And when I put my jeans on, they were very tight. Not, so tight, but, starting to get uncomfortable. So we went right after that and I bought some maternity clothes. And I'm so glad that I don't work. Yet another reason why I'm glad I don't work during this pregnancy, because it's so expensive. We went, which I know there are other places to go, but we went to Motherhood in the mall. And I got 2 pair of pants and 3 shirts. And it was $80. So and that was the deal because the shirts were on clearance. This is actually one of the shirts. And the pants were on sale. So it was actually a deal, but I'm just glad that I don't have to buy, 5 sets of outfits for work and everything, because that would just be a whole other expense. But so I've been wearing those, and I am a lot more comfortable, especially from that last time going out in the maternity clothes. It's a little bit, I don't know, I feel kind of self-conscious because you have the panel that comes down over your stomach, and you want to make sure your shirt's long enough to cover it. But that's the nice thing about the maternity shirts, they are really long. Let's see. As for movement, I have been feeling a lot. For a few nights there, I felt a lot of movement at night when I would lay down. And I thought, it's really getting to the point where I'm feeling it a lot. But these last few days, it's backed off again. So I think it just determines where he is. And I've heard a lot of people tell me, and watched a lot of videos and things of people that have anterior placentas, and a lot of them say that throughout the entire pregnancy they never feel huge defined kicks. So I'm not really expecting to feel more than what I do at this point. Sometimes when my husband puts his hand on my stomach, he can feel, it's almost like a vibration. And it's funny because you can feel that on the outside, but I don't feel anything on the inside. When I feel him on the inside, it's something I can't feel on the outside. So, kind of interesting. One thing I want to ask you guys is I'm going to start, because his room's coming along, and I'll talk to you about that in just a second. But I'm going to start to wash his stuff, his blankets and his clothes and things. And I wondered if you guys could recommend a laundry soap. Or pros and cons, maybe soaps you wouldn't recommend, because I'm concerned, my nose is itching, sorry. I'm concerned that I have really sensitive skin, and I'm concerned that he might as well. So I want to have something that's, for most people is pretty hypoallergenic. I've not heard good things about Dreft. I've heard that Dreft is not as good as people think it is. So I'm not real keen on buying that. I want to know if any of you guys had tried Tide Free and Clear. That's what we wash our clothes in now, and I'm thinking that if we can use that for him as well, it'll actually save us some time, because obviously baby clothes are a lot smaller, and to actually get a load of laundry takes a lot more of them. So if we can just wash his stuff with our stuff, I think it'd actually be a huge time saver. So let me know if you guys know or think anything about Tide Free and Clear in regards to baby clothes. What else? The baby's room. I think I'm finally going to be able to upload video from my flip camera, so I just have to go up and record the video, and I'll be able to post it here. I actually went ahead, I said in my last video, I switched internet providers, and I've been kind of juggling everything around, trying to find the cheapest possible solution for our phone and everything, and I have actually switched again. So I think I'm actually going to be able to upload the videos now from my flip cam. So I'll be able to do a couple videos from his room once we get going and everything. The spackle and everything is almost done. My husband has, I think he said just 2 or 3 spots he has to touch up. We had such a busy weekend. We were hoping to be able to get it done this weekend and be able to at least start painting early this week. But that's not happened. So hopefully this week, I apologize for my voice. Hopefully this week he'll be able to at least, get it painted and everything, get all the furniture moved up there, and we can start. I'm really excited to get in there to start getting everything out, because I've had stuff for so long. It seems like even stuff before, when we were trying to conceive and everything. I just want to go through and kind of inventory everything that we have to make sure of what I think I still need versus what I already have a lot of. So that's exciting. Yeah, so I should be able to do a few updates on, actually from his room, which will be fun. I can't wait to show you guys. It looks, it's just so exciting to go in there because it's empty, except for the spackle stuff and things like that. And it's just very exciting to know that it's coming along. It's always exciting anyway when we're remodeling to finish a room, but even more so to know what this room is. So that's it. I hope everyone is having a great week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.